Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gaynor.
Aidan.
I'm Sophie.
And today we're doing a little bit of British thunderstorms ain't got nothing on America.
Yes.
We love Lawrence, don't we? Lost in the Pond.
We do love Lost in the Pond, Lawrence, but...
You like so you like Lost in the Pond and you like Thunderstorms, so it's like a perfect video.
And we just don't get the thunderstorms like they get in the States.
No, because when you said like when I saw British thunderstorms, I was like, we don't even get them over here. No. Like, it's not a thing, really.
It's very rare that we get like a real good thunderstorm.
A little bit of wind.
A little bit of wind.
Rainy wind.
Your favourite.
I remember in the 70s we had like full power out and we had like candles for hours. That was the most exciting I think we got with thunderstorms.
Nice and cosy.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, it is a bit weird how you love thunderstorms.
I find them fascinating.
Is that a thing like a lot of people have? Because it is quite. I mean, I guess it is if you got like storm chasers, but
yeah. I do like the rain though. I must admit, when it's like getting towards Christmas and it's like raining outside and cold and dark, but you're inside nice and warm.
Yeah.
I like looking at them.
Do you like listening to the rain when you go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I like the
music.
Yeah.
I love the sound of rain on a window.
Yeah.
Even like when I can't sleep, I always put the thunderstorm like sounds on.
Yeah, this is through a speaker in a room, and I just know Dad's in there absolutely moaning about it.
Like a white noise machine.
Well, I put it on sometimes to drown out his snoring. But yeah, let's have a go and see what this is all about.
Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to storms. So I was about to leave the house and take my puppy for a walk when I looked at the weather reports. Apparently at the time of filming, Mother Earth is angry with Chicago and the rest of the Midwest because she's sending us some very unpredictable weather over the course of the next few hours. But I'm an optimist. I'm somebody who likes to turn a negative into a positive. So since we've got this stormy weather coming our way anyway, why not make a video called British Storms Ain't Got Nothing on America? But before I do that, I've got a few minutes before the storm is projected to hit us, so I'm going to take the puppy for a quick walk and I'll be back in just a moment.
And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that now.
That's a cat.
I was going to say, I thought that was a bit. There you
go.
go.
Wrong. It's really.
I was going to say, I thought that other one was a puppy. I was like, that looks more like a cat than a dog.
Even here, looks more like a cat.
Looks like a Yorkie or something. Go back a little bit.
That is like a different animal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, the other one was great.
Oh,
so
right, yeah.
And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do that now.
Well, Arthur, I think the weather report must be wrong. It's really dry out here. Where are you going? Oh, Arthur, you know I haven't run since the camel incident of 1998. Keep going then, Arthur. Keep going. Thunder's coming. The rain's coming. We've got to get home.
Good doggy.
During my time living here, one thing that's really stood out to me about Midwestern storms is that in the hours and even minutes leading up to them, there's often no hint of a storm at all. Things can be entirely placid, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Mother Nature lets out one huge wind gust. And as that wind blows the leaves around like ants in a tumble dryer, there's something else that accompanies it. Really ominous clouds that look like they're going to devour the motorway. And I'm often told that when clouds have those little pointy bits hanging off them, you've got to be a little bit careful because that could be the precursor to a tornado. So far, we've got nothing like that on the horizon today, even though much of the Midwest has experienced that recently. And now that I think about it, it could happen. But thunderstorms, that's what we're here for. Let's see how it's getting on.
Wow.
It's even it's even crazy how like just the colour changes.
Yeah, it just goes really dark.
But I love it like all the blues and grey tones.
We had it here last week though. It went absolutely like blue black in the middle of the day, but no storm. I don't know what happened.
When was that?
Last week, yeah.
I'm sure like Friday morning, when I was driving about 8 o'clock, it was literally like so grey and like dark, and then by like middle of the day, it was literally like the most glorious like sunshine day ever.
No, there was one day last week when I looked out the window and I thought it's going to rain because it's really, really gone like dark grey coloured.
Maybe
but it
Wednesday.
didn't. Nothing happened.
A Amazingly, amid all of this rumbling that's going on, my animals have been handling it quite well. I was never really concerned about my cat, who's experienced this many times during the 13 years he's been on this planet. Thankfully, unlike some cats, he's not under the misapprehension that he's hearing a giant vacuum cleaner, and just looks at the storm with the scorn that it deserves. And Arthur, a little puppy, experiencing his first ever thunderstorm, at least on my watch. And mostly, in terms of the thunderstorm, he's fine. He spent most of it chewing on his toy because he's going through some dental pains like all puppies do at this age, poor little bugger. By far and away, the southern United States sees more thunderstorms than anywhere else in the nation, with Fort Myers, Florida recording an average of 89 thunderstorms per year. Mental.
What?
But I've just learned that one of the most devastating thunderstorm complexes occurred here in the Midwest. Back in 2012, when I was still living in central Indiana, a fast-moving derecho emerged in Iowa before sweeping its way through Illinois and then clear to the Atlantic coast. On its path of destruction, it claimed the lives of 22 people and brought damages of $2.9 billion. And having experienced the derecho of 2020, I'm familiar with how such storms often coincide with the hot temperatures of summer. But they're not uncommon here in early spring, as the thermometer flirts with the 60s, the temperature, not the decade. Anyway, I think you're going to want to see this, because in the last few minutes there's been a development.
Yeah,
Still falling.
it is still coming down. Yeah, that is the craziest looking hail I've ever seen in my life. We don't get anything like this in the UK.
How's the car looking?
It's mostly good.
That is a piece of hail that I just picked up from the ground outside. It is definitely...
So as you just legged it outside to go grab that, I just got hit by
Oh
one.
my god, like literally that, like the teeny little bit at the top there, that is literally what you get in the UK.
Yeah.
Not that like,
Like that little blob there.
yeah, that little blob there is
Yeah.
what we get.
Yeah, we don't get anything like that.
That's
The
mental.
biggest piece of hail I've ever had in my hand, and I have to drop it now because it's melting. America is no stranger to large pieces of hail that hail from America. In fact, by comparison, some pieces make the segment that I held in my hand look like a fairy fly, albeit a frozen one. You see, I read today that in 2010, a piece of hail measuring almost 8 inches in diameter came down in Vivian, South Dakota. It remains the largest hailstone ever recorded in the history of Earth's history. The second largest was found in Nebraska some 7 years earlier, proving once again that everything is bigger in the United States except Q's, but that's irrelevant. But in my neck of the woods, the hail lasted all of 60 seconds. And just like that, as was the case before the storm started, everything is now placid. The storm has stopped. Which is good news for Arthur, because we can now take him on that longer walk, and I've just realised he's going to run through all of the sloshy mud. All right, Tara, are you ready? It turns out neither of us were ready for what happened next. Ominous. Do you think that's the end of the world? Or just the coming of a tornado? Probably neither. Probably just testing it. Probably go and find out. This was no test. Just when we thought it was safe to go back into the water, an even bigger shark was emerging from the deep. The Chicagoland area was under a tornado warning. And to be clear, the shark bit was a metaphor, I hope. Yeah, I know you like looking at the wind, Kafka, but we've got to go. So, currently in the Pittsburgh potty, I have toilet roll for no real reason. We decided, since it's only a few minutes, this tornado warning that's in effect, we wouldn't bring down the whole crate, we'd just bring him down on a leash and let him roam a little bit. Kafka doesn't have that luxury, because if he did, he would tear Arthur to pieces, not literally, but they do tend to fight. So yeah, we are just seeing it out. It's supposed to only last about 12 minutes or something like that. And that's pretty normal. I mean, these tornado warnings don't last long. The weather systems move pretty fast. Kafka's trying to escape as we speak. You want any words for your audience? I know, I hate putting you in here, but, you know, gotta take these precautions. And I'm tired. Among the world's countries, the United States in particular is synonymous with tornadoes. In fact, of the 67 tornadoes powerful enough in history to have been classed as an F5, 59 were recorded in the US, and that number is even higher if you account for Brock Lesnar. And in 1925, one of those F5s became the deadliest in US history when it ripped through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana along the longest tornado path ever recorded. In total, this one tornado claimed the lives of almost 700 people, the vast majority of them right here in Illinois. Well, after all that, according to the radar, it really is all over now. So, Arthur, you've earned a trip to the dog park. And I'll be honest with you, it's completely and utterly a little bit not surprising that Arthur wasn't scared of the thunder, because he's not even afraid of the big dogs. And I have...
Are there such things as dog parks here?
Yeah.
Parks just for dogs.
Just for dogs, though?
Yeah. So you go and you let your dog off the lead just in an enclosed area.
Oh, really?
I think
I've
that's
never
a great
seen
idea.
one.
Yeah. They had one in the woodlands when we lived in Texas.
I'm asking if they're here.
Yeah, they do have them here.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've never ever seen
I was going
one.
to say I've never seen one.
No?
Yeah. I'm not sure where the closest one to us is, but they do have them.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea.
Not as often as the States, but they do have them.
I have to admit, he played with them in a manner that was admirable and disgusting. There was a lot of clean-up after that. Well, after all that drama, that's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever experienced a storm quite like this one. I'm Lawrence Brown. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to this channel so that I don't have to. And a big
Indeed.
Yeah.
As good as he was talking about thunderstorms in America, got a little bit of his dog and cat in that video.
Yeah,
didn't he?
I know.
It's a nice
His
one.
babies.
Exactly.
I don't think he has any children.
Love
does he?
it.
As far as I know, I don't think he has any children. So I
He's
think,
not mentioned any. I
no.
don't think so.
So I think
So, no, there is,
they're
yeah,
his
his
babies.
babies.
His missus is American, right?
She is, yeah.
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 Hmm.
They actually met in the UK though.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know whether she was working over there but they met in the UK and then went back to America.
Gone to America.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Thunderstorms in Britain ain't got nothing on the ones in America.
No, we
I wouldn't even class them as thunderstorms here.
No, we don't. I think we've had maybe one or two in the past few years that were kind of big ones, but
Yeah.
we get a lot of rain. It rains all the time.
We do. I remember, was it very early on this year that we had all that wind?
Yeah,
I remember that
Yeah.
being quite...
You remember there were trees on the
Bad.
road?
yeah.
That's what, yeah, that's probably the worst we
Yeah,
get.
we
It's
get-
more just like a bit of a wind.
I think because we get so much rain, then the roots don't have time to stay like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just get soggy and
Yeah,
they fall.
so
It's easier to
a
fall
lot of
over.
trees,
Yeah,
trees
but I
do
mean-
fall over.
That's the worst we've got to deal with, so it's not
Yeah.
that bad, is
Yeah.
it?
But
Yeah.
no, we don't get any thunder and lightning, which disappoints me.
You need to move country.
I do.
I know.
Yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button for us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.